deal.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Let's bring in our guest to discuss. Joining us this hour, National Trial Attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, of course, thank you for joining us. You know, my first thought that I want to tackle is the witness, because I, too, feel bad for her. She's a regular person. She didn't get there. Number one, we know if you're subpoenaed to court, you better show up. Number two, I am surprised, though, that the judge said, well, I'm issuing a bond to make sure you're here, when I didn't hear a lot of clarity from the state. The defense said, well, we didn't subpoena her till April 7th. She's not in violation of ours. The state didn't really clarify. Did they communicate with her well? When did they say she needed to be there? Did they reach out to her? I think some of those things could have been, in the interest of fairness, considered before issuing a bond.
I think the judge was heavy-handed, completely heavy-handed. I don't think that she should have put a bond on this witness. Obviously, we take for granted the part of the process where witnesses show up. We cover the biggest cases on court TV, and we show up, and then this trial starts, and the witnesses are there, they're on time, and everything is choreographed. We take for granted how hard it is on the participants that are not on camera, that are behind the scenes, that are coordinating these things, right? Obviously, the subpoena power is extremely important. This woman's in Grand Rapids, too. And Grand Rapids is a 2-hour drive from Kalamazoo. These are completely different communities. So, you know, I know that they issued the subpoena at 1 o'clock to give her some time to wake up and drive, but I thought the judge was heavy-handed, and I think this would inure to the benefit of the defense, because I saw the defense attorney. This defense attorney, by the way, is doing a fantastic job in this case. Here, what he did was, he was nice. He said, hey, listen, she is not in violation of my subpoena, and he kind of stuck up for her with the prosecutor, who was being very aggressive. So I think when she does take the stand, she's going to remember in the annals of her mind that, hey, these guys want to put me in jail, even though they're not technically the people who put her in jail. She's going to have it in the annals of her mind. So I think that this was a very dramatic moment. I thought the judge was heavy-handed, and that's my take.
I agree. I agree. I think more questions should have been asked.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't have the $1,000. Calhoun, she's the 911 lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think, right? I think that's who Connie Calhoun.
Yeah,
that is
so
who she is.
Yeah, she calls 911 during this fire, and now she'll be in jail for the weekend.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, all right. Let's get a break.
Cut off the attorneys.
That's it. Yeah, that's it for that hearing. Let's bring in Michael Jaafar. Michael, tell us what you first think about Karen Read and what you thought about this hearing.
In terms of what I think about Karen Read, if there was a competition for who hates Karen Read the most, I would crawl over broken glass to join that competition. I would win that competition. I would hang up the trophy on the mantle where I watch TV at the end of the day, so I could see it every single day. What I think about this hearing, that's how I feel about Karen Read. But in terms of Hank Brennan, Judge Ashley Tedrow, today's the first day I'm going to start using my boa constrictor analogy about Karen Read's case. Today, Friday, March 28th, is the first day. The boa constrictor has begun, and the boa constrictor is Hank Brennan. Today, I love the moves he did and how he filed the Rule 17 motion. He wants to do every single move and have it be beyond reproach to that, because he knows that if he gets a conviction on Karen Read, he knows that there's going to be a bunch of protesters, a bunch of conspiracy theories. Maybe the Bigfoot theory would come out. Maybe people would think that, you know, Karen Read and space aliens and Martians came in and conspired with the Alpers to kill John. He knows that, and so he's doing everything completely carefully. I love it.
All right. Stay with us, folks. Michael Jaafar, thank you so much for being with us.